Good morning, class. How are you, all of you? How are you doing? Hope what we learned yesterday, you went through that and see how different rectangles and squares are made. Now, there was a question that in a dot grid, you have to, question number 3 of figure it out. Draw at least 3 rotated squares and rectangles on a dot grid such that their corners are on the dots and their direction is different. That means rotated. Now, what do you mean by rotated here? This you have to keep in mind. So, we will start from where we left. Now, in angles, how did you rotated angle? Suppose this is an angle. So what was the criteria behind on a dot grid? You would change the inclination of the line segment, the ray, and in this way you would get the rotated angle. Okay. So basically the idea, I have drawn the dot grid, I have made squares and rectangles. So basically the idea is that don't look at whole of the square or whole of the rectangle. Just see at one side of the square. Now I have made the first square here. This is by joining 3 dots and 3 dots here. So this is the square, this is 90 degree. This is the simplest one which you can draw easily. Then what you require is that the bottom of this side should get inclined. So like a ray of a angle, you incline it, you rotate it. Similarly here also you have to rotate the square. So look at this side AB if I say. Now I am giving it a rotation here. Instead of drawing it straight, I am inclining it at small angle. So basically instead of joining like this, I am joining the dot like this. Okay. So see the difference here. The dots are joined in a horizontal way, and here the dots are joined in at certain angle with the horizontal direction. So this is my first orientation or rotated square. Now I will join, leaving one line, I will join the next, leaving one line, I will join the next, like this. So you get the square. In this way you get the square with 90 degree and the orientation or the rotation has been done from here. This is the initial position of the square side, and now this is the next position of the square side. Now what you need to do, this is second square. Now the third square you have to make. So how can I change the inclination again? I can change the inclination by, suppose this is, now I have joined, first I joined these 3, then I joined this one. Now I will change the inclination and take it to the next point, next dot. Similarly, I will take like this, I will join, and in this way you will get another square with a orientation. So particularly for square you need to be very careful, otherwise you would be able to do I make it again here. Suppose this is the dot. So first side was this, second side I took this, and now the side I am rotating further and joining the square at this angle. Then joining the square at this angle. Then I get here and last one here. So in this way you will get the 90-degree angle. Try it yourself by making the dot grid or dot paper if you have. So you would be able to get the squares at different angles. Similarly for rectangles, rectangles are a bit more easy, like rectangles like here I have joined 3 dots and here I have joined 4 dots. So you would get a rectangle. This is a simple one. Then you have to join it at certain angle. This is 90-degree. Now I bent it, or I can incline it like this. So my joining would be somewhat 4 here and 3 here, 4 here and 3 here. So in this way you would get the rectangle. Similarly, joining the, let's join it here. So I would join 4 dots here and 3 dots here, 4 dots here and 3 dots here. So basically this is a bit rough figure, but when you have dot paper you would definitely get the exact figures of rectangle and square. Now I hope you have understood square. Let us do it again. This is the first, joining 3 points together, first square. Then I make a dot grid over here. So see the dot where I am taking the dot to. I am joining the slanting inclination here. Instead of joining here, I am joining the inclined part, then join here the next inclined part, then join here the next inclined part, and join here the next inclined part. So you get the square at another rotation. Then we move further. Let us draw the grid here. Like this. So this is the first inclination, so I have to change the inclination. So I will leave one of the line and directly join the third. This is the first line. Leaving the second line, I am joining the third line here. So by this way, again, while drawing this line, what I would do, this is the original line, and I would leave one line and join the second dot. Then while drawing the third case, I will leave one line and join the, I am leaving one line and joining the third point, and then I join the fourth one. So this is now this angle and this angle are different. So you get the square. Okay. So one square is simple one. Then you join the consecutive dots but in a at an angle, at an inclination. This is the inclination part, and join the square. Then leave one line and join the next dot together. Similarly, leave one line, join the dot, leave one line, join the dot, leave one line, join the dot. So you get the square again at different orientation. So I hope you would have understood. So now we verify if the squares and rectangles that you have drawn satisfy their respective properties. So let's see the case here. This is 1.5. This is 1.5. This is 1.5. And this is also 1.5. So square sides are equal. Then you need to see the 90 degree. So I put here and I get 90 degree angle. Similarly, for the second square, which is at orientation, we have side equal to 2.3 something, and here also you would get 2.3. So this is also 2 point somewhat 4 or 3. So that would exactly come on the dot paper. This is just a bit, and this is 2.3. So sides of the square are equal. Now we measure the 90 degree angle. So you would get 90 degree angle here. So 90 degree angle condition is also satisfied and the equal squares are there. Similarly, for the rectangles, obviously there in the rectangle you have 1 2 3 dots and 1 2 3 4 dots joined together. You have to just check the 90 degree angle. So it is coming out to be 90 degree angle, and you get the required figure. So in this way you can have the different orientation or rotated squares and rectangles. Now we will start with the construction of squares and rectangles. So for the construction of squares and rectangles, you need the protractor and the ruler and the compass. So compass, we will see that there are two methods of drawing square or rectangle. So let's first have the method 1. Method 1 uses protractor and ruler. So this is the method 1. In this method, suppose you have to draw, you have been given question, draw square of side 5 centimeter. Okay, so side 5 centimeter means, now you know that you will, in the answer you will write that all sides of square are equal. Okay, so all will be 5 centimeter. This is the first thing. You must write the properties which you know. Second property is angle at the corners are right angle. Right angle or 90 degree. Okay. So these two properties we would use and draw the square. So first we will draw a straight line of 5 centimeter. Now naming, you know that either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So AB, I have named it. Now what I will do, two corners I have got. One is A and one is B. So what is the property at the corners? At the corners angles are 90 degree. So what I will do, I will put the center of the protractor at zero line and center at the vertex. Okay, A and B becomes vertices now. So you align the line of the protractor with the line segment AB and put a 90 degree angle. From zero reading you will start 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So you would get 90 degree, and in this way you would join the line with the 90 degree dot. But our task is not finished yet. You have got a line over here, but it should be of what measurement? AB is 5 centimeter. So this line or this side of the square should also be 5 centimeter. So I will make the dot at 5 centimeter. So basically it is coming 5 only. So this is 5 centimeter. So I get the third vertex. I get the another vertex, or we wouldn't name it either anti-clockwise. If I go, I would mark it D. Don't do A, B, C, D like this. This won't be C, this would be D angle. Now similarly at B, we would put protractor and draw angle L. Put the center at the vertex, align with the 0 degree, start with 0 degree angle and go to 90 degree. So you would get 90 degree angle, draw the line and mark it at 5 centimeter. Again it is at 5 centimeter. So we have already marked it. Now you join these two points to get the square. So this is A, B, C, D. So where each angle is 90 degree, 90 degree is marked like this. You draw two lines, horizontal and vertical. So each angle is 90 degree and the side of square are 5 centimeter each. Now the second method. Second method uses compass. So first you would make centimeter. Then using the protractor, now the bigger one would give a bit. So I would get 90 degrees somewhere here, this point. Let us make it a bit below. So draw a 5 centimeter line, mark the points. You can mark it later also after making the square, that's your choice. Then putting the center at vertex, aligning the 0 line with 0. You will start with 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So here you get 90 degree. Join the 90-degree angle like this. Now what? This is the bigger line. Now after this you need 5 centimeter out of it. That would be the third vertex. So what I would do, I would open the compass from starting from 0. I will go till 5. So see here, starting from 0 I will go till 5. So this, you would open the compass, you would put the compass at the vertex A and draw an arc. What is this called as? This is called as arc. Okay, a small arc you make over the line. Now this is my next vertex. Similarly, what you will do at B, now you would put the center of the protector at vertex B, align the 0 line with the protector line and count from 0 reading. You would start from 0 only here also. So again you would get 90 somewhere here, 90, then join the two. Now how would you get the fourth vertex? Again you have to open the compass till 5 and draw the vertex here, draw the arc here. So you draw arc with compass here and join the two arcs together and you would get the square. Now you name them A, B, C, D, or you can name them P, Q, R, S, whatever name you want to give. So this is the square that you required of 5 centimeter and 90-degree angle. Now you can okay, so this is the case. Now the questions are there. Draw a rectangle with side of length 4 centimeter. Now you have to draw the rectangle. Okay, so rectangle would also be same. Okay, we do one rectangle part before doing the questions. Suppose you have to draw, question is draw rectangle with sides. What sides it has given? 4 sides of length 4 centimeter and 6 centimeter. After drawing, check if it satisfies both the rectangular properties. Okay, so now in rectangle, again what you have to do is, what is the property of rectangle? That you should recall, remember everything. Try to recall what is the property of rectangle. In a rectangle, your opposite sides are equal. Okay. So opposite sides are equal, whereas angles are 90 degree. Like this. So opposite sides are equal. These two are equal. These two are equal. Okay. So A, B, C, D, if it is this, then AB is equal to CD. Opposite sides are equal and AD is equal to BC. These two sides are equal. Not all four sides are equal. This you have to remember. So first property is opposite pairs of opposite sides are equal. Rectangle is made of 4 line segments in which pair of opposite sides are equal and angle at corners are 90 degree. So second property is just same as square property. Now you have to draw the rectangle. So first of all, draw any one segment. Suppose I draw 6 centimeter segment here. Put the dot. Again, now I am not going to name it because naming you do it after you have made the figure. Now from the, just put the dots here where you have the endpoints of the line segment. From there you draw, put the center of the protector at the vertex and align it with 0 line. So this is 90 degree here. Then join the dot with the corner. You get 90 degree. Now what you have to do? This side is 6 centimeter and the other side is not 6 centimeter. It is 4 centimeter. So for 4 centimeter you would start the ruler with 0 and go till 4 centimeter. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the 4 centimeter. Okay. So I have not used compass here, but you can use compass. So for compass part, what you will do, let's make the second angle and then we will use the compass in that case. So it depends, you can use compass or you can use a ruler, it's your choice. But try to do it with compass because in further classes you would be using compass only. So 0, 10, 20, 30, go till 90. Like this. Join the two dots. Always put the dot at the end of line segment so that you know where you have to join. If you leave it just by drawing the line like this, you would not be sure of the corners. So put a dot with your pencil at the corner so that you know where is the center or where is the corner. Now again what we have to do is we would open the compass and go till 4 centimeter. So this is 4 centimeter. So with the compass I draw 4 centimeter arc. This is 4 centimeter and join the two arcs like this. So you get 6 centimeter and 4 centimeter length rectangle. Now you name. You can start from here. P, Q, R and S. So in this way you can name it at the end. But sometimes when there are more difficult constructions, you must name it according to what is given there, so that you know from where you have to draw. So naming is better, but at this position you are learning how to name the squares and rectangles, so therefore you can skip naming, and at last when whole of the figure is made, you name it. Okay, then it is saying question 2 is construct. Okay, now to check the properties of the, so we would check the properties of the rectangle. This is 6 centimeter here. The opposite side should be 6 centimeter. So we measure the opposite side and it is coming out to be equal to 6 centimeter. Now here the RQ, you would start, see the ruler where you have to place the rulers. The zero reading of the ruler at QR, and then count 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 centimeter is the one pair of sides. So other opposite side should also be 4 centimeter. So it is coming out to be almost 4 centimeter. So in this way you get rectangular property. Then you have to check the 90 degree. These two we have made already 90 degree. We would measure angle R. Now you should tell me, you should yourself recall that how you measure the angle if it is at R. So basically the vertex is R. Where is the line going? Either you take RQ or RS, it's your choice. So suppose I take RQ. So RQ means I will put the center at the vertex R and align the protector with the RQ line. This way, start from 0 reading. From 0 to 90 you would see that this angle is 90 degree. These two you have already made 90 degree. Okay, so you need to check the third angle. It is 90 and fourth would also be 90 degree. So all the angles at the corner are 90 degree. In this way you check the properties of the rectangle. Now question number 2. We will do it fast so that we are able to complete. Now question number 2 also has a draw rectangle of sides 2 centimeter and 10 centimeter. So we will draw, let's draw 2 centimeter here. So first draw 2 centimeter. Then using the protector, put the dots at the end. Then using the protector, you would draw 90 degree. So keep the center of the protector at the vertex and put the dot, mark it 90 degree. Draw the side. Similarly, put the vertex at the second corner, align the 0 line. Now the line is towards left side. So align the line and start from 0 and go till 90. So put it again and draw the, join the points. Now open the compass till 10 centimeter. So have practice of opening and closing the compass, then only you would be able to draw it with compass. So this is my 10 centimeter a bit. This is my 10 centimeter. Now I would cut here. First I will put the fixed part of the compass at one vertex and cut it, then fixed part at the second vertex and cut it, and now you join the two to get the rectangle. So in this way, this is 2 centimeter, this is 10 centimeter. Name them L, M, N, O. So it is now anti-clockwise L, M, N, O. Okay. So be careful while naming. Then question 3 is it possible to construct a four-sided figure in which all the angles are equal to 90 but opposite sides are not equal? Opposite sides are not equal. So no, I don't think it is possible. So third question is all the angles are 90 and opposite sides are not equal. So let's try to make it. Suppose I take any line segment of measurement 7 centimeter here I have taken, and now I draw 90-degree angles. So I don't think we can draw the figure. (90° here, this angle also 90°. So when you join these two, you get two angles 90°. Now if you want the two other angles to be 90°,
Hello, Moto.
Then if you want two angles to be 90°, then only you would get opposite side would become equal, and so we can say that it is not possible to draw all angles 90° with unequal sides. Unequal opposite sides. Sides would be equal only. Okay, so this is question number 3. So with this we wrap up. From next we will start with the rectangles. We will see what's an exploration in rectangles. So I take your leave. Have a nice day. Take care.